everyone, welcome to another session of Voice of Finance. Today we are with Marco Torrente, Europe CFO of WebBeds.
Thanks, Belén. Thanks for inviting me. It's really a pleasure to be here. I've been working in finance for the last 20 years in 5 different countries, also working around the world. So I think this topic is very relevant for me, and I think it can give my contribution as well.
So that's great to have you, and it's precious that international experience you have, because we wanted to explore with you how finance can add value in international corporations, and more specifically in the commercial function. So finance is pretty wide, but today let's talk about how to organize ourselves to bring that extra added value that we are being requested.
Yeah, but you know that obviously what is requested to finance has been changed in the last few years, right? So the organization is not expecting us to just focusing on the typical financial tasks, which are super important and relevant, but we need really to evolve ourselves to be more business partner for the whole organization. Because it's the only way for me that we can really create value, like finance organization, for the whole business and for the company as well. And I mean, for this, not only the CFO role, that need to be really a strategic partner to the CEO and to the leadership team, but I mean also to all the rest of the organization, starting from the typical head of FP&A, also the controller, and going down until the account receivable, accounts payable. For me, I think that the finance needs to really to work together with the organization with the one objective only for all the level of the structure.
So I understand that you firmly believe that finance needs to mirror how the organization is, the wider organization is, how the value chain is organized. How would you suggest finance professionals to succeed in an organization like that? Which are the tips, the success factors?
Yeah, there are several success factors for me. The first thing is that whoever is joining the organization needs to understand in which business they are. So the times are done where actually the finance person was just coming to the finance organization without knowing what the business was doing. So what I always tell the people that they join, go to the ground, understand the business model, understand how the organization is working, because it's very key for your work, right? Because you need to really work together with the commercial team to the same objective. I can give you a few examples that are very relevant. You know, our company is a public company, so obviously apart from the important things are the strategy, where we wanted to go, but also the cash, the working capital are super important. And you can imagine what value can bring an account receivable or accounts payable to the working capital, right? If you're working together with the sales manager, with the customer, and you go to him with the one voice, and not 3-4 different voices, he's helping a lot, helping the relationship with the customer, with the increase the sale, helping the collection of the money, so helping a lot. So just to give you an example, it's true, right? Because I found immediately in the organization how the collection, the cash was improving, how the sales was improving. The whole organization was going with one voice to the customer, for example.
And that's very interesting on how you bring value with one voice, simplifying for the customer and for the commercial organization. How does it play in a complex environment with multi-country, multicultural?
So we are I've been working obviously in a global organization, consumer goods and now travel, which is obviously a global organization around the world, right? So I've been also working in Asia a lot, in America, North America, South America. For me, one thing is really important for all the people in the organization, but in particular for finance, is we need to be flexible, right? We need to be flexible because you need to understand what is the culture of the other person, and then you need to be agile to make sure that you are dynamic and you can change your approach depending on the person that you are facing to. And two characteristics are super important. You need to be humble, right? You need to go to the meeting with the commercial people and say, no, we need to do this because the numbers before saying that. No, you need to be humble. You need to listen first what the commercial part wants to say, and then after that you can come back, understand what is the best approach, and analyzing it, right?
So you are talking about characteristics that seem to bring finance to be a really good team player,
Yes.
with our own strengths, of course, in analysis, in ability to drive insights, but being part of that team. How do you think that those elements need to be played specifically for finance, or maybe not? Maybe it applies to any professional. Is there any specificity that we finance professionals have to take into consideration?
I think it applies for everyone in the organization, because it's not all one way, it's vice versa, right? But what we have got in a finance structure that is super important and they help us a lot are the numbers, right? Because the numbers are the universal language that we can bring to the organization, so we can demonstrate our thoughts and our analysis through the numbers, and it can facilitate all the discussion, right? Instead of having just some discussion, some talks. It is with the numbers here you can demonstrate what are your thoughts. And for me, what is super important for the finance organization is to build trust. Obviously, you can build trust really showing that part of your humble, you're listening, but also you can demonstrate with the numbers that your analysis is correct and where the company should follow. Right?
Yeah. I think that what you describe is pretty interesting and challenging. For one side, we as finance professionals, we have a powerful tool, which is our ability to use the numbers to create credibility, trust, bring value. But at the same time, we have a challenge. We have to go beyond that, to be more empathic, to make sure we understand the value chain and the business. This is not time for generic knowledge, but to a specific knowledge. But it seems that there is a huge opportunity. It's a good opportunity for finance professionals. So good future and challenge ahead. Marco, we really thank you for your insights out of this international experience, how to bring along. And we thank you all for being with us today. We hope to see you soon in another Voice of Finance session.
Thank you.